Hello, hello, come on in. Come on in. Just waiting for more people to log on. And writing what this thing is about. Come on in. Do me a favor since you are here. Tell your friends. Send this live to a friend. And get them in the room, okay? Send this live to a friend. Get them in the room. I haven't been on in a while, so I am getting myself together. Here we go. Okay, come on in. Come on in. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Come on in. Do me a favor, send this live to a friend and we can get started. I'm going to wait a few minutes. I haven't been on a live in a while, so I'm just going to wait a few minutes. Hello, hello, hello. Send this to a friend. I'm going to wait a few minutes. Okay, few minutes up. More people will come in the room later. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Koyeta and I help business owners, specifically beauty pros and service providers who are ready to make extra income, who are ready to get extra streams of income, I should say. So scale and get and branch out into streams of income, blank. Okay, so now, within that framework, I mean, this could be beneficial for any business owner who wants to, who is looking to build additional streams of income. But what I'm finding specifically in this realm is that, business owners are starting to feel heavy. And the economy is not helping the situation, right? What's going on in the market, what is going on in the world, what we're watching on television, what we're hearing is not helping that feeling as well. So what we're going to do is look at the way you're operating, because more than likely your business is popping, right? Or you're in that phase where you're making a certain amount of money, your business is doing well, and you've outgrown your current way of operating. And you're still trying to lead or lean on your old framework, which is not going to help if you're trying to elevate yourself to the next level. So you have external factors like what's going on in the economy, you have your business, and mixed together, you're feeling that heaviness, right? You're operating, you're growing, but there's still that heaviness. You're feeling called to something else. And so that's why things are starting to feel heavy. But I'm going to focus on 3 particular areas about why you may be feeling that way. So the number one reason why your business may feel heavy is that you're misaligned, right? You're misaligned. So for your new season of business, it's not jiving. The two where you are at now and where you want to be are not the same. So you're booked out. As I mentioned, you have clients and you hired your staff. You're making money, but it doesn't feel the same anymore. It doesn't fit anymore, right? So you have a full roster of clients that's still there, and you're silently resenting how your days feel. I can relate to that 100%. Having the clients and feeling like, I gotta go do this today. I gotta go work on this. And it's nothing to do with the client. It's just something that's been building inside of you. So as I said, if you've ever thought of like, I gotta go do a client, or I gotta go do this, I have to go make money, or the business can't run without me, I wish I could step away for a little bit and go do something I love. These are all signs that you are misaligned for where you are trying to go. What you've already done is working for where you are right now, but for the future of where you want to be, of the income streams you want to make, whatever it is, insert blank, right? You are not, things are not aligned, right? The goals that you have, The plans that you made, you've outgrown those. Now it's time to create something new for your next level. So number one reason why your business feels heavy is that you're misaligned, right? So let's look at an example of that. So if you're making money with your service or your offering, but you feel anxious about the delivery of it, it probably means your structure hasn't caught up with your capacity. So whatever you've put in place doesn't match your capacity. So we need to make them align, right? So number two, why your business feels heavy is that you're not clear on where you actually are. You are not clear on where you actually are, right? And it's possible that you have a fantastic service right now, but you don't know how to maximize it. You don't know how to make it work for you. So it's all about sitting down and understanding what you have and understanding how to maximize that. So if you're Googling, right? If you're Googling, trying to implement things through our good old friend Google and YouTube University, which, listen, I'm a fan of Googling and I love YouTube University because there's a lot of information there. I think one of the beautiful things about society now is that there is a wealth of information. So if you ain't learning, be it paid or free, that's on you. That's on you because there's a wealth of information everywhere, right? So, but if your information is just strictly Googling, strategy will help you, but you also have to look into the mirror, right? And what do I mean by that? Looking in the mirror means you got to reflect. You got to sit down and reflect. Figure some things out that way, right? I think a lot of what's beating us now, and I can say this for myself sometimes, it's really hard to carve time to do the reflection because life is so busy. And if we're not careful, we're swept up in everything else. We're just swept up in life. You know, there's kids, there are all these things that do come up. And if we're not careful, you will never make time for yourself. Your brain is just constantly running. I know sometimes I can't even sleep because my brain is running so much, right? So you're constantly moving your brain. Like there's no period where you're slowing down to even hear yourself breathe, to take a deep breath, right? So that's why reflection is really important, to slow down. Look at where you're at right now. Look at where your business is at right now so you can get clear about it. Because sometimes it's not that you're stuck. It's just that you're unclear about what you've already built and how to make it work better for you, right? So I've had a client in the past who thought she needed a rebrand, but what she actually needed was just to restructure what she already had, because there was a product that's already in demand and all she needed to do was restructure that. So she found her next move with that slowdown. So by simplifying what she does and reinventing it. As I always say, there is no need to reinvent invent something new. Everything's already there, right? You're not going to invent something new. Just do it in your own way. That's why we talk about your uniqueness, your unique point of view, right? You just put your unique spin on it and make it yours. You ain't got to break the wheel and try to start all over again, get all your tools and just put your own spin on it. That's what's going to make it unique, right? So this is what my bill for more audit talks about as well. And I'm going to look at number 3. And I'm going to tell you more the bill for more audit in a second. Number 3 is the reason why your business feels heavy is because your next step is just a concept. Now, your business being a concept is not necessarily a bad thing, or your next step from where you are. Because I'm speaking to business owners who are, people who are current business owners who are trying to move to the next level with other streams of income. I'm speaking to them because I've done it myself. I'm living that and I believe it's possible. I know it's possible because I've done it, right? And so why you're heavy right now is the structure, right? Your business is only a concept and your next season is going to require structure. You're going to have to put that together. So based on what you are and where you are right now, that can't carry you there, right? Where you are and the plans you've made to get you where you are can't carry you to your next. Your here and there are two different places. So you're going to have to put a plan in place, a structure in place, turn that concept into a plan with structure to be able to get you there, right? Because it's going to require a new level of growth. For every level that you try to get to, there is a new level of growth, be it your mindset, be it your marketing. If you are staying the same, then that's a problem, right? So your plans have to reflect that growth as well. It has to reflect that growth. So it's not just mindset, it's not just marketing, there is a structure, right? And the structure has to support who you're becoming. It has to support who you're becoming, not just what you're producing. The thing about that is, as I just mentioned, you are changing right along with your structures, right? Right along with what you're trying to produce and creating. You are changing. I am not the same person I was 19 years ago. I'm not the same person I was even a year ago. So much of who I am, it has changed. So much of what I've done has changed, right? And so much of who I've become is because of where I've been and the lessons I've learned, right? And that all took some planning. That all took some planning. So within the beauty industry, and I'm sure you've been having conversations in your own silos, I've talked to people who say they want more peace. I know that is where I'm at for this season of life, right? And they want more peace, but they don't want to lose what they've already built, right? They don't want to lose anything. They don't want to feel like they have to be in 10 different places at once. They don't want to have to feel like they have to lord over anyone, right? But the answer isn't starting over. And I think that's where there's a misconception that in order to build something else, you have to start over. But what if you can just add on to what you have, right? So it's auditing what no longer fits and adjusting. Just one little lever could make a difference. Just one, right? Just one little lever could make a difference. And so when it comes to my audits, the Build for More audits, it's going to help you hash out or audit 5 particular areas in your business or in life. That's going to help you make that transition, right? It's going to focus on 5 areas that you're going to need to look into to make that transition to your next level, right? So after you look at that, you're going to also pinpoint that thing that we're then going to expand in a 30-minute Zoom call. The good thing about this audit is that, as I said, the 5 levels, but also it doesn't focus on just, auditing something like your time, which is equally important. It also looks at revenue generation. It looks at what can I take from my current environment that I can expand on to make revenue. So this is awesome. It's not something that I do or create all the time simply because there is no time for it. But if you are interested, you can use the link in my bio, get on the wait list, and we can, get you that audit. So you're going to get your audit workbook or your worksheet, and then you go through that information, fill it out, then you book your Zoom call with me. That's 30 minutes. And we just expand on what that next level is. Okay. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Bye. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. I always say whenever you get a moment to speak with or, ask questions, ask them, because usually when you're asking questions, it's usually behind a paid wall. So if you ever do get a free moment to ask a question, ask it. I'm going to wait 30 seconds. Thank you all for rocking with me. It's been a long time since I've been on a live. 30 more seconds and then I'm going to disappear. As I said, use the link in my bio. I should have copied and pasted that bad boy. Okay, that's it. No questions. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. As I said, use the link in my bio to sign up for Build for More audit, because we're all built for more. Where we are right now is not the end. It's only the beginning. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Bye.